Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody. Let's take a look again on the euro currency. So you can see price action, well, it's not really very strong. Today you can see market in general shows the inside session to the yesterday one, but although at first glance it looks like nothing interesting, but in reality this is absolutely healthy from the technical point of view action that we see. As we said yesterday and previously we also talked about it, this market till the major fundamental event, major fundamental data that should be released by the end of the July, probably will spend some time in some range. So hardly investors will take the really big bet on some direction until they will know the major information. I mean gross domestic product release and Fed statement on the perspective of the United States economy. Until that moment, market probably will be driven by the technical factors, and we should be focused on some not too extended targets. And from that standpoint of view, we need to keep an eye on two moments. First of all, somehow we forget about the pattern that we have on the weekly chart, but we should recall it. On the weekly, as you know, we have very clear evening star pattern, candlestick pattern, which suggests some pullback up and then downward extension by some A, B, C, top, D action. That is what a weekly chart tells us. Now, if you'll take a look at the parallel analysis on the dollar index, you will see actually the same story. So take a look what we have on the 4-hour time frame chart or even on the daily. That is reverse hand shoulders pattern, and market right now is forming the right arm of this pattern. For us, it's a major task to estimate where the bottom of this right arm could be, because this will be the moment where we need to consider the position taken based on the pattern. On the dollar index as well, on the weekly chart, you could get and recognize clear morning star pattern. Following the harmony of the pattern, the bottom should be somewhere around this point. Let's take a look. Because left arm stands at this area. This is 618 support, 96 even. And market is forming a kind of the pattern that could provide us, for example, guardless triple to buy right at this point and then trigger the upward action here. Or, conversely, market could start dropping further, and this will mean the failure of the hand shoulders, which is also for us very important sign. This is also the directional pattern for us, because we could trade the hand shoulders as a direct destination as using its failure to take the short position on the dropping here. I mean short position on the dollar against the dollar on the dollar index, or a long position on the euro currency. So that's what we have on the dollar index. On the euro currency we have absolutely the same picture. So if we'll take a look at the daily, here you could easily recognize the hand and shoulders. Maybe it's not as harmonic as on the dollar index, but it's very similar by the shape. And the dollar index picture looks a bit better because the neckline stands in the horizon direction. Here, as you can see, a bit difference. But anyway, as you can see, common things here and on the dollar index. Let's go further. On the 4-hour time frame chart, we yesterday have discussed the possible pullback, and it seems that we were correct, because indeed market shows the reaction on this resistance. It's confluence resistance, weekly pivot point, and this pullback has happened. Taking in consideration the analysis on the dollar index and applying the similar conclusions here, we could get maybe some kind of the ABCD retracement to the downside, where we could get the guardless triple to buy pattern, and then upward continuation to the 618 resistance that will lead us to the top of the right arm of this big kind of the hand shoulders pattern, but actually that will be just a retracement back inside of the big morning star, evening star pattern on the weekly chart. So that's the idea. On the hourly chart, yesterday we currently suggested that upward action could start right from here. So market shows retracement to the confidence, and if you like take the scalp long position, you could think about this area. Indeed, as you can see, upward action has started, and actually market already has completed minor XLP. So you can see this A, B, C, bottom, XLP is completed. Also here, as we could recognize, kind of the Gartner's tuple to sell right at this point. So putting all things together, for us, for trading, the most important point, it's of course the top of the right arm. Whether this will be some kind of the A, B, C bottom, D pattern, or it will be direct upward action right to this target, this is minor subject for us. It's not very important. Because as on the dollar index, very interesting taking the long position here, or at least consider that will be the signal point for us for taking either long position or short if market will start breaking it down. But that is the area that we are watching for. We are not really very interesting, and we are not worried whether this will be a BCD or it will be just single leg drop. So if we're able to ride, for example, on this action right from here to this point, and if indeed market will show this ABC retracement forming the Gartner's tuple to buy pattern, well, that's good. If not, this is not strategy actually, because we are watching mostly for this point, because that will be a decisive point for medium-term perspective, and where we should either take the short position on the euro, anticipating of this ABC pattern to the downside, or if market will start breaking higher, coming closer to the stop, it will mean that this pattern will fail, and we should consider taking the long position. So that's our primary object. This is minor object, so we just will keep an eye on the pattern. If we will get it, that's great. So actually, that's our trading plan on the euro. That's what we'll keep an eye on. Today we will get the PPI index release. So yesterday the CPI, as you know, was a bit better than expected, but it was not very good retail sales data. So the overall effect was mixed, and you can see on the market we haven't got any significant action. So let's see what we'll get today.